Okay, so we're back at Simply Garden and Home, and we're in
Your
the area
flower garden.
of the garden that's mine. We have to add and fix this up. So what you've been doing is edging.
Yep, edged all along here. Got all nice and cleaned up. And I'm taking the stuff out.
Exactly.
Yep.
And other things in the garden that have
Yes,
been pecking
strawberries, continue the strawberries.
Okay, so
right.
this is...
So yeah, I've been cutting along the edge. You don't know what an edger is, you know. I just sharpened it.
Very
nice and
nice.
sharp, yeah. And just cut along the edge, clean it up nicely, and we'll put some bark mulch in this when we get done. But we're going to put some flowers in, so you're going to talk about your plan.
This area here, I think what happened is something didn't end up making it. Exactly. And I just...
ate it.
Could be, and I just told you what I'd like to do is make more of a plot plan. I've not done that on exactly what the names of all the flowers are, and that's something I need to work on. But so, grab that sedum.
So you want to put that right next to this because it's nice, pretty yellow.
I love how high it is, but I absolutely do not like the idea of yellow against yellow.
Gotcha.
It's not going to pop, and you just want the colors to really be visually seen.
To be spread out.
Right, so we need something with height. How about the one that is...
The pink one?
Try that.
All right, yeah, we don't have any of that over here.
And that is called the Red Fox Speedwell Perennial, so it should come back every year.
Okay, you hope.
And that will do well, too, as far as
some sun.
Time, how long it will bloom.
Yeah, it blooms from June to August. It needs full sun. So we want to make sure we probably pull it away from the stone wall a little bit.
Okay, do you think this side of my garden gets more sun?
That's about
or that side of the bird feeder? And the bird feeder, the bees from our hives adore drinking from our bird feeder.
Yes.
It would be the purple. Let's pop the purple there and see.
Okay, try that instead. All right.
So I have a thought. I think I like the purple.
Okay.
And then grab the white
right here
that we have.
Yep.
And put that down in front of it.
Like right
off
here?
To the side. Exactly. So what you're not going to do, and these should grow a little bit fill in. Now they're not going to do what the flock does and the grasses where you actually got to keep cutting those back because they go crazy.
Which I did already.
But these will expand some.
Yep.
They will be mounded to a degree.
Okay,
but
so
what are your thoughts on that? Okay, so
very
before
nice.
we plant them, let's grab, because look what we're left with.
3.
2 pinks
Yep.
and a yellow. So let's take the yellow
Okay.
and grab that and come on down here. I'm kind of thinking this is tall,
Yes, it is.
Very tall. There's ivy that's growing a form of an ivy.
We've had that ivy for 35 years almost.
We've cut that back. I just snipped that.
Yeah.
This here will end up being like big daisies.
Yeah.
I love that. And that needs sun.
Yeah. That's done.
Pansies we can take out because that's an early spring.
It
was an annual. And I had that from Easter and I
Okay.
basically just stuck it in the garden. I like that there. That's a nice little pop of color.
So you can show what else is in
And it looks sunshiny. So this rose bush, which I had to
stake up a little bit.
Stake and put some twine to keep it from falling forward. How long have we had this, honey?
Like over 30 years. I paid it $1 for it. I don't know. It just keeps on living. I fertilize it with cheap fertilizer.
And I love
it keeps on coming.
bird bath.
By the bird bath, yeah. So we'll trim it back more now that's getting taller.
Okay.
We probably want to trim it back to force some of the growth back down.
After it's done.
After it's done blooming. Yep.
Okay.
So where do you want to put this?
Well, I think I don't like the idea of 2 pinks, so that's not going to work. But we're going to take this out, right?
Yep.
So we have to visualize this being, oh, look how difficult that was.
Yeah, there you go. Now this
There's
seems to
some
be
weeds.
filling in. That's
I need to pop.
Is that a weed?
This is.
Okay.
It just
Really
keeps growing.
feels like
When
it's
you
a
have
lot
these
of
old stone walls
You got a lot of stuff coming
in New England, you have things continually coming through
from the woods.
from the woods, including poison ivy.
And chipmunks. Like that or you like that?
Maybe that.
That looks nice.
But then I'm not liking, I love that there.
Yep, okay.
So maybe if we take the white one down there
Okay.
and switch out
All right.
bring the white here and we put the pink there.
Okay.
Or what do you think of the purple? Because we do have the white going on with the daisies down here.
I'll bring it down.
Such a conundrum.
Hold on here. This is good. People will see it.
This is neat because this has little lavender. This comes back every year.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
All right, how
Little
about this
lavender
here?
flowers. So maybe I got a lot of purple going on down here. So try the white
Right here?
in the front because
Okay.
that's a low one.
Yep.
Remember we read that doesn't go very high.
Nope.
This is going to bloom with,
I forget what color it was.
me
I
too.
think they're white.
I'll have to look up some
Yeah.
video from last year. So if it's white, I guess then we have a lot of white going on,
Yeah.
don't we?
Well, you know what? We can always change it though.
Okay. They're forgiving?
Yeah.
For the first season.
You can forget. You can change
Exactly.
these around. Absolutely.
Okay.
No problem. In the fall.
All right. We figured it out. Now Jim's fertilizing with an organic
Yeah.
flower fertilizer.
Yeah, it's by our favorite Gardens Alive. I'm not going to see the words. I'll read them here. It's 3 parts nitrogen, 2 parts potash. Phosphorus. I'm sorry, and 1 part potash. You can't make it out. It's very tiny.
And
But,
then you're just sprinkling.
So it's a 3
cup-
1 3 3 1. There we go.
Okay, how many tablespoons per plant would you
About
say?
a tablespoon.
Table?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Table,
what I
1
did
1.5, yeah.
earlier in
Just
another
sprinkle
one.
around. You know, I'm not putting exactly by the hole because we're gonna mix the whole thing in.
Okay. And then down here,
Now, have you fertilized these other plants already this year?
absolutely,
good,
every
good,
week.
good.
I don't do this every week, but if I do a product like a Miracle Grow, it goes on every week.
Yeah, I'm just going around the outside, and this whole area get dug up a little bit in a moment here.
This is by the same company and the same idea with the powdery as that I use on the herbs.
Herbs, yeah.
Because we're eating those.
Here we go.
That's awesome. So now the next step is just
Plant it.
work it in.
Yeah, I'm
And
working
plant
it.
it
I'm working
and
as
water
I
it.
dig the hole.
Sounds good.
You get my shovel.
So we have the sedum. Get that out of the pot carefully. Oh boy, looks root bound. All we have to do is loosen up
Yeah.
the roots a little bit. You don't want to really break them, right?
You can pull it apart a little bit. That won't hurt it.
So that in their new home,
Yeah.
They'll grow
A
better.
little more there. Pull them apart a little more.
okay.
They won't mind.
And then we'll water it really well.
Yep. You ready to plant it?
I am.
Okay. So being all the woods behind, you do have a challenge of trees coming in here. But you know what? You just deal with the best you can. Break out what you can. Look how dry it is, Linda.
Uh-huh.
We're approaching a drought, unfortunately. We've not had measurable rain. We've had 90s for quite a few days, but just get down deep enough.
All right, next one. How does this look?
Pretty blue, and I love it. I like blue purple flowers.
I know
Ooh,
you
that
do.
looks really nice.
Ooh, that looks great.
Not
that
bad.
doesn't look
Yep.
bad. Root bound, nope.
Nope.
And moist. The other
Yeah.
one, I'm gonna really
Oh,
soak
a
that.
little more, a little too low there.
Thank you. You did a nice job. We're gonna plant this about the same height that it was growing in the pot. Maybe a tad bit taller.
Gonna need a lot of water. So
And it
dry.
needs a ton of water. Another nice reason to put some bark mulch here in New England is it helps to hold some of the moisture in.
Yep.
And it can cut down too on the weeds. There.
All
like
right.
that.
I like that. Looks nice with the rocks behind. Look at that. You get your
And that's great
little
for
get
the
your little
back,
birdhouse up
height.
there. Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So we getting ready to put the fun part down, the easy part, the bark mulch. We got the plants finished planting last night. That was a little bit of a struggle, but it got dark out, so had to get some more bark mulch. Actually, we didn't buy enough mulch, so we had to use some bags. So anyways, we're gonna get this down and make it look pretty.
And why was it a struggle? Because
We had a
of the
bunch
trees,
of roots in the
right?
way, so I literally had to really chop the
You
holes
helped me out. Usually I dig my own holes.
Yeah, a little hand
not-
shovel wouldn't
wouldn't
have
have
done
done
that. No, exactly.
I would have been there all night.
And I'll tell you, look at you all a little lesson about shovels and sandals. Can you see me? Don't hit the shovel
Or
with
me.
your sandal.
Yep.
Use hard shoes
Right.
because you can damage your feet.
I had plantar fasciitis and you did too, because
painful.
every time you go to push in or the edging, right? With
Yeah.
the edger.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're pushing, you're doing
Yeah, use
damage if you
boots.
don't have boots or
Yep.
good garden shoes.
Exactly.
Good tip.
So there we go. That's my tip for the day. Let's get some bark mulch down.
So we had a whole, how many yards did we
We
get?
bought 4 yards for the front of the house and around the bushes and everything, and I should have bought 5 instead. But oh well.
A little different color.
Yeah, this
but
is the
this
stuff.
is in the back of the house.
Yeah, this is the stuff we had originally. But
Although the other, isn't it a cedar mix? And this
yeah,
is more
this
just
is all
pine.
pine. Yeah.
Whatever. It
Hey, it's
is
back
a
of the
great
house.
thing because it's mulch and it keeps
The moisture in.
weeds down and moisture in.
Big
Exactly.
Time, big time. In fact, I think we had talked about, we hadn't bark mushed in almost 3 years. And I'm like, you know what? It'd be actually cheaper if we do it like every year and a half, just a thin amount.
Every other year, right?
Yeah, thin amount instead of waiting that long because it's just so much work. We spent hours.
To weed and edge. And you
and
got to
get-
edge every year, pretty
Yeah,
much.
you have to edge that. That's a given because the grass just wants to grow in there.
Right, but I think weeds are down farther.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you put anything underneath this?
No, some people will put fabric underneath, but
We never do
I
anymore.
never
we
do
used
anymore.
to.
It becomes a hassle later on because if you want to put plants in, you got to dig through it and move it around, and
Or
if
cut
you
through it.
put enough mulch down continually, your weed problem shouldn't be that big of an issue. However, I have used cardboard. In fact,
That's what I thought.
We had one spot where it's a new area. I had to take a bunch of grass out. So I know the grass will push through if it's not all gone. So I did throw some cardboard, laid it flat, and that'll give you a good 2 years of grace of nothing coming up because the cardboard won't rot that quickly. There we go. Look at that, huh? See how easy that was?
Exactly. Yep, you usually do the dumping and I usually do the spreading.
Yeah.
We work together, it's fun. Very good,
Hill
Jim.
here.
Thank you. It looks nice.
You're welcome. Let's go ahead and put this
Been
down.
watering all day long because
looks
of
really-
how hot it's been here.
And it was so dry underneath too. When I was digging it, it was just like
I know.
It was like dust.
I know. Maybe rain tomorrow. That's what we're hoping.
Yep.
All right, we'll continue this. We'll show you the finished product.
All right.
So it looks like the project is done for now. This has been a work in progress. Some of the pieces to this perennial garden have actually come from my family and my mom's garden, little pieces, and you can bring it into your garden. So it looks pretty. I love this little birdhouse. My dad fixed the roof. It got all rotten, but it's just for looks. And we'll add more each year. It's kind of fun if you go on a trip or a garden center and you can hunt for a new flower, a new variety with different texture and color. And this hopefully will all grow up and mature and for years to come. So have fun doing your perennial garden, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and like and subscribe, and we're looking forward to sharing more videos with you here at Simply Garden and Home. Have a great evening.